running a 4-6, playing cornerback.
No,
in a man-to-man scheme, maybe in a zone scheme, yeah. So it also tells you where they can play. What type of scheme.
Yeah, of course, but obviously it's more important to obviously, as we've done, watch the tape, and actually watch how quick they are on the tape.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. This is just something extra. That,
sometimes it can be. Yeah, of course. It could just be perceived in a different way, can't it? Sometimes,
Yeah. I'm not saying that you take that over everything. Obviously not.
No, of course not. But no, my point was just that that's why we watched the tape, to see what we thought of these guys personally.
Yeah.
They're just, the numbers obviously can be important, but at the same token, can they play football? That's the main question.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we get to it then? Why don't you start then? What do you got?
Okay. No problem. I've got Dante Jackson.
Okay.
He's 5'11", 175 pounds, and he was at LSU. So here's his strengths. He's got elite speed. He's a speed demon. He's like a track sort of runner, isn't he? He's very athletic. The good thing about him is you can match him up against, like your Tyreek Hills, your people like that, because he can keep up with that sort of pace. He makes up the ground very quickly. So if he's not read the situation properly, his speed can get him out of trouble. He's got loose and fluid movement. He can play outside or in the slot. He has this ability to bait the quarterback into throwing and then picks them off when they're throwing. He takes steep pursuit angles and can beat running backs to the corner. This is just some of the stuff that when I watched him, he was excelling in. His weakness, right, so here's the bad bits. His frame is really slight. So for me, I would like him to bulk up a little bit more to play corner, because he's got all the other attributes, but I feel like that's something that he could adjust. He could struggle against bigger framed wide receivers. So that alludes to what I just said. Can be thrown easily off balance by clever route runners. Can get lost in coverage at times when I watched him. Sometimes he was just lost on certain coverage plays. Could have had more interceptions, but his hands were an issue, like dropping. And he needs to tackle with more venom. When he's hitting people, I want him to make sure he puts them on the ground, whether the ball pops out or whatever. I want him to hit them with more venom, play with more, more, what I'm saying?
Aggressive.
More oomph.
Be more aggressive.
Yeah, more aggressive. Yeah,
just fly to
Yeah, fly in. That's what I love seeing. I love seeing guys just fly in and take people out of the game. Not injured, but you know what I mean? Like, take them out of the game as in, like,
right.
go and score a touchdown and stuff. And the grade I have on him, I think he's a round 2 guy.
Yeah,
but
makes sense.
Because he's so slight, I want him to bulk up. For me, if he was a bigger bodied receiver, but he had that speed, I could see him being taken in the first round. But what I watched and what his attributes are, I think he's a middle round 2 guy for me.
Yeah, that's what I thought he'd be as well. Yeah, that's good. He's flies though. He's really fast, and I think he'd be best in the slot.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think that's where he would excel the most, in the slot against quick receivers. I think that's where he would excel.
All right, I got Denzel Ward, 5'11", 183. 40 time is blazing 4.32 at 10-yard split of 1.47, which are both very good at 39-inch vertical.
Yep.
All right, here are the strengths. It's from Ohio State, obviously. Very fast and fluid in his movements. Mirrors receivers well and stays on like glue. Uses hands to reroute receivers. Effective in both man and zone, and has good awareness. Can play outside and inside day one. Willing and good tackler. Does not allow yards after catch. Elite makeup speed if beaten with double move. So he stays on the hip pocket. Just you can't shake him. He's really good at that. He has some weaknesses though. A bit undersized, which may affect his run support. Will have trouble jamming bigger receivers. Gets washed off runs coming his direction. Has trouble fighting for the ball at catch point sometimes. I've seen a lot of contested catches. He goes down. Overall summary, you can start at nickel or outside for any team. A true man-to-man receiver with elite and rare speed and quickness. If drafted by the Raiders, will be a long-time starter with Conley. First year he'll start at the slot with Melvin and Conley outside.
Yeah.
It would be a great duo. It's a premium position. He's a really, really good player. I have a early to mid first round grade on him. I would have no problem if the Raiders took him.
No, I think that's beautifully summed up. To be honest with you, I think that if you get someone like Denzel Ward, your future at that position is pretty much covered with Conley. Hopefully, obviously, Conley can stay fit, and then you've got Denzel Ward, and then you can build around those guys each year, can't you? You can have your veteran players come in and.
Yeah, Conley's a taller guy. He could take on the big receivers, and Denzel could take on the smaller, more shiftier Tyreek Hill type. So it's perfect.
Yeah. No, exactly that. I wrote a piece for the Raider Ramble actually on Gary Conley on his comeback, but basically nice. I alluded to the fact that he would be a decent player to match up with the bigger bodied wide receivers because of his height, but he's not slow either, so
who?
That is a good thing as well. Conley.
Oh no, he's not slow at all. I think he ran a 4.44. So
exactly. So so he's got the height, he's got the speed. But just going back to Denzel Ward, I think I would have no problems if the Raiders took him. I think that it would make sense on many levels. But I'm not sure that the Raiders go early again in secondary. I'm not too sure, unless it's like Minka Fitzpatrick or Derwin James. I'm not too sure, but I wouldn't begrudge it at all. I wouldn't begrudge it at all if they went that way.
Okay, let's move on. What we got?
I've got Mike Hughes of Central Florida.
Ooh.
He's 5'10", 189 pounds, and his strengths are. When I watched him, obviously he's not the tallest, but he plays tough. He's in your face. He plays tough. And I liked what I watched of him. Due to that, he was tackling with authority, and I like that. He uses aggression and punch to stop the route runners. His hands are almost like a wide receiver when I watched him making interceptions and stuff. His hands are solid. His timing is good and adjusts well to catch, interceptions. He's got a good burst in short distance, so off the mark, he's very quick. He's actually got good return skills. He's elusive in the return game. He's got plus quickness. I wouldn't say he's elite speed, but I'd say he's got plus quickness. And his ability to shift the momentum in the return game could be key for the Raiders as well. His weaknesses, inexperienced. He's only started one season in college. His footwork wasn't the greatest. He could struggle with that at the next level. But if you get him in with, obviously, the coaching staff we've got there now, they might be able to iron that out. He can get high-pointed by taller receivers. So that's alluding to his height. When he's matched up against these tall, big-bodied receivers, he can get caught out. His balance in coverage is inconsistent. When I'm saying he's aggressive, he is aggressive, but there's room to improve in his tackling, wrapping up. Yeah, and that's my other point I was just going to make. He doesn't wrap up enough tackles.
Yeah, he's very aggressive, though. He flies in, but he misses tackles.
Yeah, exactly. That was my point. He is aggressive. He will get in your face, but the problem is he doesn't wrap up when he's tackling. And I have an early round 2 to middle of round 2 grade on him. I don't think he'll go in the first, as some people have alluded to at the back end. I think he'll go in round 2.
You know what? Yeah, I was struggling. I saw his tape. I was struggling. I wasn't sure if I should put him late first or early 2, but somewhere around there makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah. Early 2 as well. I'm just writing down. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. And his long speed is a kind of thing too. He had ran a 4.53. You wanted to see a little faster. And I think he'll be fine in cover 1 or 2. How's the dog?
Yeah, nice. Just someone's at the door.
Who do I have? I'll do Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So he was pretty good in the combine. He is 6 foot, 204, 4.47 40, good for a slot guy. 1.5 10-yard split, a vertical of 33 inches. So he's I have him strong against the run, smart zone player, breaks on the ball very quickly, instinctive and smart. Can start at slot cornerback for most teams. Trusted by Nick Saban in the star position, the very important position in his pattern match defense. That's a key position in his cover 3 defense. Has an instinct to play free safety, but has not played that as well. And very instinctive in playing the slot as well. Weakness, only mostly played slot cornerback and does not have enough tape playing free safety or cornerback. Although slot cornerback is becoming like a base position, it's still not as valuable as an outside cornerback position. Has the traits to play free safety and zone cornerback in cover 2, but does not have the tape. Overall summary, a plug-and-play zone cornerback, smart and athletic enough to play any zone scheme. Does not have the skills to play man yet, but will thrive in cover 3 or may even cover 2 outside. Hard-working player who should go early, but with the Raiders scheme, I don't know if you take a slot cornerback that early. That's why I don't have as high grade on him. So I have him in the mid to late first round grade just because he's a slot cornerback mostly. With the Raiders, he won't be playing free safety and he won't be playing outside. He doesn't have any experience. And Raiders run I don't know what kind of defensive scheme they're going to run. Maybe a cover 2, cover 4, a lot of man-to-man as well. So I wouldn't take him that high just because of that. So I have a mid to late round 1 grade.
Yeah, I think more the mid range for me. I think it'll probably last till pick 14 or something like that. I would have said. Yeah, because some other teams might be a bit higher on him.
Yeah,
but the Raiders,
with the Raiders grade, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I can see what you're saying. I can.
He might do a little drop like last year. You had the free safety from Ohio State. He dropped to 18 to the Colts. Malik Hooker. So I might see something like that.
No.
He'll be perfect. Yeah, he'll be perfect in San Francisco because they run the same type of cover 3 defense there.
Yeah, well, that is a potential landing spot if they don't take Roquan. I could see them taking Minkah for that.
I could see them taking Denzel as well. They need a cornerback. They could even take the guard if he falls to them. So who knows what they do?
What, Quentin Nelson?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's a beast as well.
Yeah. All right. Who you got?
Right. So I've got Anthony Averett of Alabama. He's 6 foot, 185 pounds. His strengths are he's got great athleticism. loose hips and solid footwork. He's a smooth sprinter when you watch